Hello YouTube. Just a very interesting poll results, which for the first time the yes is leading over the no. So for Scottish independence, as we can see the poll tracker here, the yes is 47%, no is 45%, and still the mass don't know hanging at the moment, but the number of don't know is reducing. So this is really historic moment, and it was very interesting to see the English people and UK government. It was like a cold shower on their head. I don't know. Is it true or not? Did they really didn't think that there is possibility for a yes vote? Because it appear for them that just a poll, this YouGov poll, which was, to be honest, this poll is always biased toward the yes, and this is the one that we can see toward the no, sorry, and this is, if we can have a look here, it's always over the no, over 50% all the time, just when it crashed here and went under the 50% mark, so now dropped to 45%, and the yes just on the rise all the time. So it is a wake-up call, but it's actually the interesting thing, which is the sudden shock and shiver down the spine of UK government clearly shows two things. First, that yes, truly, honestly, they didn't expect this to happen, and they are not expecting a yes vote by any means. I don't know why they took Scottish people for granted. It is strange, but this is what appeared from the rash reaction from UK government just after this poll has been published, and said no, we are going to push more powers for Scotland, we are going to do this, and they try to save situation. What we don't know, that there is already I don't know, 500, 600,000 votes has been posted. The people who voted was postal votes, including myself, which I voted yes, as you have seen in my previous video. And interestingly enough, the second thing is, if they are really that interested and want to do anything, and I don't know, they didn't put anything on the table yet, but the way that George Osborne said that we'll put a Devo Max or something like more significantly more power to Scotland in the next few days. As we know, we are far around 11 days from the referendum, so this rush to come up with this statement, as I said, first thing that they didn't expect a yes to happen by any means, and they were guaranteeing 100% that no. The second thing is that they do really care to keep Scotland in. If Scotland is a burden in the UK government and UK spenders, they wouldn't care much, and they wouldn't rush and panic as they did with this poll result. And it's just a poll, but clearly showing how losing Scotland is a big problem for the UK as a whole. Actually, this is one thing. The interesting thing, when I hear the English people commenting on this, because this came out at the same time with another news that MPs in Westminster, Member of Parliament, they are getting a pay rise of 10%, or actually exactly 9% pay rise, while all people in the public services, nurses and so on, getting between 1 and 1.5%. So I think their salary increasing from 50, 65, something like this, to 70 something. So it's big jump, and not to a lot of English people said, oh my God, we are happy with Scottish people to go independence, and actually we'll move with them. We are tired from this Westminster, we are tired from this expenses scandal that happened a few years back, and now salary increase. So despite, I am sure the UK government didn't plan this, and it was, I would say it is bad luck for the No campaign, and disastrous results, because I'm expecting further surge for the yes. Because can we imagine the news about MPs getting 10% pay rise, and public services getting 1%, people, nurses, and thus the grassroots of the country, and it is ridiculous, and annoyed a lot of people. And both news coming at the same time really raised a lot of flags, and like to the extent that some funny comments on the BBC website on the news of the surge of the yes vote, that some commented, Scotland, please push your borders back south and take us with you. So North and Midlands actually want to join Scotland. Of course it is not something, but comments like this are there. People are fed up from Westminster, fed up from these MPs and their salaries, and it's just waste of time and waste of space, and all the UK money, as we are suffering here in Scotland because we are farther away from Westminster or London area. All the money spent, most of the money and investment infrastructure is being spent in London and the south east and the remaining of the country, and is left for the leftover, more or less. So in Scotland, having all these resources and science and inventions and entrepreneurs and so on, we feel really insulted for this. When basically, guys, if you are not a UK or you've never been to Scotland, roads, for example, as one example, is very bad quality. You don't expect. And when you compare roads in Scotland and road quality in Scotland with England, it's completely different story. And especially, again, England, Cambridge down, Cambridge, London, and all these areas, and the south east, it's fantastic roads and highways and so on, motorways. But if you compare Scotland, there is no proper quality infrastructure here. As I said, all the investments, all the money down south, and now is the time really for the Scottish people to keep the Scottish money in. I said I will have another video, guys, say why I voted yes. I know there is a risk, lots of uncertainties, but it is definitely much better to control our country. We will do our best to control it from here, from Scotland, have all the money here. We can create jobs, we can have a lot of people coming to work, and we can make Scotland a prosperous country even without discussing the oil at all. So that's the interesting news here, is the surge of yes. It is not a definite, it's not that we are going for a yes vote. As I said, at the end, whatever the poll results will be, it will be accepted by everyone. But just what I wanted to highlight here is the first surge of the yes vote and the first drop, significant drop in the no vote, and the interest and the panic of the UK government, despite my messages to them before, if you remember. Anyway, it is done for people who done the postal vote, so let's wait for a couple of days, see if they offer something. I will have another video to discuss why I voted yes. Thanks, guys. Please share, like, subscribe. See you later. Bye.